Hello everybody, it's many moon later. I finally got my ROM sets in from Amiga Store.eu, 1200 ROMs that I ended up burning, and 3000 ROMs that I ended up receiving from Dom. I'm still going to test these. I don't know why. Now, I'm not going to go through a whole build. I'm literally going to take the ROMs out and then put these in and see if they give me the ROM screen. I'm going to disconnect my hard drive. I'm surprised these screws still even grip. I'm using the Jonard, whatever. High on the top, low on the back side. Let's put on my slightly larger glasses. Kickstart 1200 ROM. Before we get started, we're going to use the pin straightener on these just to make sure we are straight. And you'll notice we have one pin over. Pin straightener. This is a great tool. $1.39 on the old e-booger. Okay, ROMs are in. Just gonna not worry about the clock module, the hard drive, or anything at this point, and we're just gonna turn it on. Here we go. Now it does take a few seconds for this to show up. If it does, I've had it sit for 30 seconds before. I don't know. We're just gonna let it sit. We do have a high screen, so we'll see in a second if we get it. So the 1200 Kickstart 2 ROMs are working. I will rebrand these, even though there's a sticker on them, to I printed a label out. And so they're working perfectly. Let's turn it off. And we'll hook up the hard drive again, just to make sure we're good. And we should be, of course. So we're going to leave these in. Now my compact flash card sits crooked for speed. So here we go again. Double finger salute this time. We're looking for the pulsing of the thing. Pops a lot faster when you have a hard drive in. 4796. Press return for 31 kilohertz. Since I have the Scan Plus AGA, I'll be able to see that. Boot options. There's my DH0. And we're just gonna say boot and let it do its thing. The hard drive light should start in just a second. There we go. And it is booting. Now remember, this is 15.12 megahertz. So there we go. There's nothing extravagant about this A1200 at all. It's pretty much stock in the CPU department. It does gain a burst of speed because of the MIG RAM board. I still have not figured out the ROM issue with the Amiga Kit Flash ROM card, so I'm using the original 8 meg job that I had in here. There we go. 3.2, 68020, 2 megs of chip, 8 megs of fast. Now, here is something for your brain. You can file this in the old brain department. On the OS 3.14 ROM set, they fixed, supposedly, the issue where 8 megs had some contradiction with the PCM CIA bus. On 3.2 they undid that, so it's like 3.1 ROMs where it won't work. So if I put this 512 card in, it won't show up. I have to boot it in 4 meg mode. That sucks. Now on this card I can control Amiga for 3 seconds and let go, and it will reboot into a 4 megabyte mode. And I'll have my PCM CIA available. Alright, so we're 4 megs, we have 2.7 left. Here's my 512 meg compact flash, and it all works fine. Sysinfo from it, 4.0. Of course, everybody has to click speed, and then if you got a tiny one, click the expand. It's kind of like giving it a tug. 47.96 kickstart, expand. 15.2, 6882 FPU, that's what this card has. It's a 40 but it's not a 40 on CPU, it's a 40 on FPU. So we're really sucking. It's a stock EC020. So yeah, it's not 233 megahertz. I don't really know of any tools that are just correct, you know. AIBB kind of gives you a correct-ish. It should say like 36, 37. So this is AIBB. We'll do crow processor math for an 020 We're going to do the beach ball. I mean, that's not bad. You know what a stock one like. It takes literally like a minute and some change to get the stock beach ball to load. And this is running off the FPU. There we go. So 16.4 seconds. FPU clock is about 35 megahertz, and you saw it was 15.2 on sysinfo. AIBB is telling it's 14.3, and I only have cache. We have no dburst copy back because it's not an accelerator. So PCMCIA is working. These ROMs are working, and we're going to try my 4 gig card just to make sure. And there's the 4 gig card with the 3.9 disk.info. Sometimes I just like getting things to play with them and experiment with them and let you know how I feel about them and if it's worth your money to buy them. So this has been another Amiga short. We have our ROMs back on the 1200, 4000, which will be coming up shortly. I will also have to disassemble the 3000 again just to test if these work. And if they do, that's great. Maybe I'll leave them in and I'll erase the EEPROM so I have some spares for some future projects. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something.